Imagine a film so gripping it feels like reality. Today, world-famous SG dive into the top 20 Korean movies based on true stories, where real meets real. World-famous SG lists down and rank those Korean movies based on true-to-life stories. Our criteria: actors' acting prowess and global popularity of the movie that become blockbuster even in other countries. In our Part 1 we unveil the top 20 to 11 now on our Part 2. Let's see the top 10. Entering top 10 is 1987, When the Day Comes. Film set in 1987 and based on a true story, it focuses on the events that led up to the June Democratic Uprising in Korea, because of a student bad fate during police interrogation which the authorities conspired to cover up what happened to the student. Under the military regime of then-President Chun Doo-hwan, a student activist named Park Jong-chul during interrogation suffer a bad fate which no one expected. Park Cheo-won, a commissioner in charge of investigating suspected communists in South Korea, has oversight of the interrogation and opts to cover it up by cremating the body before an autopsy can be carried out, and reported it was due to heart failure. Next up at number 9 is Way Back Home. This movie is based on the true story of an ordinary Korean housewife who was imprisoned for 2 years in Martinique after being wrongfully accused of drug smuggling at Paris airport in France. Jong Yeon and Jong Bae are happily married with a young daughter. They have auto repair shop where they pour their savings into only to have the rug pulled out from underneath them when a friend of Jong Bae's commits something after he is unable to pay his loans. Since Jong Bae acted as guarantor of his friend, with no choice, the debt now falls onto them. With Jong Bae growing despondent following their financial problem, Jong Yeon makes the hard decision to do a job for a seedy acquaintance. Sitting on number 8 is Don't Cry Mommy, a real story about a mother's revenge against her daughter's predators. The movie premiered at the Busan International Film Festival in year 2012, before its theatrical release across South Korea. Recently divorced, Yoo Lim now lives with her one and only daughter, Yoona. Upon getting at her new school, Yoona is frequently picked on by her schoolmates, though she has hidden feelings for classmate Johan. One day, she is brutally played by Johan and his friends. Yoo Lim tries to get justice for Yoona, but because the predators are minors, the justice system give them only little punishment. Unable to cope with the trauma and public scrutiny she was forced to endure, Yoona finally decided to rest. After discovering a cake with Yoona's note that wrote "Don't cry mommy," Yoo Lim is overwhelmed with rage and promised to make the boys pay for their sins. At number 7 is Silmido. This film is based on Silmido, the 1999 novel by Baek Dong-ho, which he based on the true story of Unit 684. Some parts of the film are dramatizations, since the actual details of some events remain unknown. The movie was both critically well-received and a financial success in South Korea, and was the first film to attract a box office audience of over 10 million viewers across the country. 31 North Korean commandos of Unit 124 are shown to have infiltrated South Korea on January 21, 1968, because they have mission to end President Park Chung-hee, but their mission failed. As a means of revenge, the Republic of Korea Armed Forces assembled a team of 31 social outcasts, including criminals, in a plot to end Kim Il-sung. The mission team is designated Unit 684. The recruits are taken to the island of Silmido for training and to prepare for their mission. For this first half, making it to top 10 at number 6 is New Trial. The movie is based on the year 2000 Iksan case where a teenage boy was falsely accused because of a taxi driver and spends 10 years in prison. It tells the story of a man whose life was stolen when he was accused because of what happened to a taxi driver, which he did not commit, and had to confess as he was abused during police interrogation. 10 years after the incident, he seeks help from a lawyer who had financial difficulties to clear his name. Entering the final 5 is The Last Princess, a 2016 film. This film is based on the best-selling novel by Kwon Bi-young. It stars famous actress Sun Ye-jin as Princess Deokya, the Joseon Dynasty last princess. The movie depicts Princess Deokya's life in the country of Japan after she was forced to move there at young age of 13 by the Imperial Japanese government, and it shows her attempts to return to South Korea. One day, she is reunited with her long-lost childhood friend Kim Jang-han. He is an officer for Japanese army who is also part of the then Korean independence movement. Kim plans a secret mission to move Deokya and her brother Yi-eun to Shanghai, China, site for Republic of Korea Provisional Government. Actress Sun Ye-jin won many Best Actress awards for the said film, including Grand Bell Awards, Korean Film Producers Association Awards, KOFRA Film Awards, and also in Baeksang Arts Awards. Next at number 4 is The Chaser. This is a 2008 South Korean action thriller film. Inspired by real-life Korean serial Yoo Young-chul, certain scenes of the movie The Chaser were shot on location around Mangwon-dong in the Mapo district city of Seoul. Jung-ho is a dishonest ex-detective turned pimp who is in financial problem because 2 of his girls have gone missing. One evening, he commands Mi-jin to service a customer. Even she protests because of her sickness. Jung-ho then realizes this particular customer was the last to see his missing girls. Even with the confession, the police have no physical evidence, so for that reason, they cannot detain Young-min for long. Young-min reveals Mi-jin is alive, but the police did not believe it. Jung-ho then goes to the apartment of Mi-jin to collect DNA samples, and from there he takes Mi-jin's daughter Yoon-ji with him while he follows up a lead in Young-min's hometown. The 2011 film Silenced is placing at number 3, a movie based on the novel by Gong Ji-young titled The Crucible. This movie is a must-watch that tackled different social issues. It is based on events that took place at Gwangju Inhwa School for the deaf students, where, for over 5 years since early 2000s, young deaf students were the victims of repeated maltreatment by faculty members of the said school. Kang In-ho, played by Gong Yoo, is the newly appointed art teacher at Benevolence Academy, a school for deaf children located within fictional city of Mujin, North Jeolla Province. He has a dark past since his wife committed something a year ago. Also under the care of his mother is his sick daughter. He is excited to teach his new students in the new school, yet the children are aloof and distant from him, trying to avoid running into him as much as possible. Discovering what's happening to the student, In-ho decides to fight for the children's rights and try to expose the maltreatment being committed at the school, and he also collaborates with human rights activists. In-ho and Yoo-jin soon found out that the school's principal and teachers and even the prosecutors and police officers in the community are trying to hide the truth. In 2012 at KOFRA Film Awards, the movie won as Best Film for that year. Also in 2011 and 2012 it received different awards and nominations from different award-giving bodies in South Korea. Also in 2012, it received the Audience Award at the Udine Far East Film Festival in Italy, Europe. Giving a close fight at the top at number 2 is the film Hope. The movie Hope, also known as Wish, is a South Korean drama film released in 2013. A true-to-life touching movie. Based on a true story, the 2008 infamous Cho Do-soon case, where an 8-year-old girl named Na-young in Korean press was maltreated and beaten in a public restroom by a 57-year-old man. The court for some reason sentenced the man to only 12 years in prison, which caused public outrage in Korea due to the severity of what he did. So-won, a young girl, lives an idyllic life with her working-class parents Dong-hoon and Mi-hee. One day on her way to school walking alone, So-won is kidnapped and beaten by a male stranger named Jong-sul. Fortunately, despite of injuries she got, the young girl survives and calls an ambulance. The attacker is arrested at his home. The case becomes a media sensation all over Korea. When the reporters converge at the hospital, So-won went to a different room and hides from the media attention. So-won exhibits symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, and briefly she mistakes her father as her attacker because of trauma, screaming at him as he tries to fix her colostomy bag. This film will really touch your heart, and it won Best Film in 2013 34th Blue Dragon Film Awards, including Best Supporting Actress for Ra Myron and Best Screenplay. Apart from accolades from audiences and critics for the reason of focus on family, heartfelt emotion, and feel-good message, before we continue, we need your support. You know, it's your subscriptions and interactions that keep this channel alive and kicking, bringing you the hottest content. It's as easy as hitting that subscribe button and ringing the notification bell so you'll never miss a beat. Our lists are getting excited. What movie do you think will be number 1? Have you watched any of the movie on our list? Which one is your favorite? Now it's time to reveal what movie claimed the most coveted top spot. Claiming the number 1 spot is Miracle in Cell number 7. Based on the real-life story of a man who was beaten and pleaded guilty under duress because of a 9-year-old girl victim on September 27, 1972, in Chuncheon, before being finally exonerated in year 2008. The movie is about a developmentally disabled man, wrongfully imprisoned, who builds friendships with the hardened criminals inside his cell. To return the favor, they help him see his daughter again by smuggling her into the prison. Back in 1997, 6-year-old Ye-sung and her developmentally disabled father Yong-gu staring and looking into a store window admiring a Sailor Moon backpack. Yonggu promises to buy her daughter Yesung the backpack when he gets paid for his job. Unfortunately, the police commissioner and his daughter purchased it before Yonggu did. The following day, after work, the commissioner's daughter spots Yonggu and tries to show him another store selling the same backpack she bought. Unfortunately, accident happened, the little girl slips running on the market's icy hall, and a brick drops on her head. Yonggu is arrested and sent to prison. Initially, all of his inmates dislike him for his falsely accused crime and his disability. This film will give you a bucket of tears. This movie won Grand Prize for Film in 49th Baeksang Arts Awards, Best Screenplay in 50th Grand Bell Awards, Most Popular Film in 34th Blue Dragon Film Awards, and won Grand Prize in Film in 21st Korean Culture and Entertainment Awards, including nominations for Best Actor and Best Actress in many award-giving bodies. Because of the nice story of this film, many countries adapted this film and made a remakes, including India's Pushpaka Vimana 7, Kogastaki Musaizi of Turkey, Philippines, and Indonesia. Same title adaptation miracle in cell number 7. That's it for now on our part 2. Are you happy with our list so far? Do you have any favorite Korean movie based on true story that you wish to be on the list? What movie do you think we missed? Comment your thoughts below and don't forget to subscribe World Famous SG. Is there any movie on our list that you haven't watched yet and want to add on your watch list? Also, if you like Korean movies based on true stories, you can check our part 1 video for the rank 20 to 11. Keep the likes, comments, and subscriptions coming. We appreciate that, and it will inspire us to create more videos you will surely love. Until next time, see you on our next videos.